Well, hello there and welcome back to the Hull City Fan Central YouTube channel, where today I do have a lot of news to whip through before the prediction video ahead of our first pre-season friendly coming into the 2023-24 season, which will take place tonight in Turkey against Galatasaray. Yes, the Turkish league winners of last season, Champions League players of this season, Galatasaray, will be taking on Hull City over in Turkey tonight, 6:30 p.m. kickoff. I have a lot of news to get through first, a lot of juicy stuff, so I'm going to whip through it like a little whip. Right, starting off with some news that it may be a little bit outdated, and then we'll wrap our way into some more recent news as of pretty much today. So, first of all, Hull City and West Bromwich Albion, this is according to some small sources in Turkey, are interested in the Egyptian striker Mustafa Mohamed. He is currently signed to Galatasaray, the team we're playing tonight, but spent the last season on loan at Nantes in the first division of France, scoring 8 goals, assisting 2 in 36 appearances. Next one, Aaron Connolly's maybe a bit outdated news. He wants to stay at Hull, and Hull wants Aaron Connolly to stay at the club. This is recording some small sources. The Island striker is set to leave Brighton at the end of this season. And he has, with some strong interest through the Championship, Hull being one of them. Obviously, him spending the last half of last season on loan at the Tigers. Somebody put out a little shopping list for Hull City. Cardallo, we will not be getting Cardallo. His price is too high for us, so that is someone that we can't get. And then there's some other ones interesting on here. Scott Twine, one that we might be collecting back after we did lose that deal to Burnley at the start of last season. Some whispers are flying around the Hull City camp that Sonny Bradley, the Luton Town player, obviously he has just won the playoff final with them, is set to be coming to Hull City. Apparently it was reported as a done deal. That was quite a while ago, so I presume that deal either fell through or this was just a bit of humbug. Hull City have made contact with Alayu Fadera from SV Zulute Wargam. I butchered all of the names there. City's board and management have all expressed admiration in the 21-year-old Gambian winger, but nothing concrete has come through yet. Moving on to the next one. Yes, Conrad de la Fuente. You may recognise his name from last summer transfer window, where I did mention that Hull City were reportedly making contact, and we made contact with him again in January. Apparently, that deal was very close for both parties. After he did fly to England and medical only to have the deal fall through again. Apparently, contact has been made again, and we will see if that deal actually comes to fruition. Now, these are some more recenter news topics. Tom Heaton is on Hull City's transfer looking list, as Luton are as well. Obviously, with the deal of Cardallo falling through due to the price being too high, we are looking elsewhere for this sort of backup keeper, maybe even a prominent keeper, having Matt Ingram as that backup, because obviously we have no longer Nathan Baxter as well, so we are kind of running with a one strong proven goalkeeper setup at the moment. Next up, we have reportedly made interest in young Turkish midfielder Erin Erdogan. Not 100% sure on how to pronounce his name, but he is meant to be quite a good young talent. We'll see if anything comes through that. Next up, Harvey Cartwright has gone out on loan for the entirety of this season to Grimsby Town. Wish him all the best. Next up, another goalkeeper. A few of these deals are goalkeepers based. We have apparently made a bid for QPR and Senegal international goalkeeper Seny Dieng. Middlesbrough have also made contact with the keeper. So Middlesbrough are looking on the market for a good keeper. They've been chasing down Carl Darlow and Seny Dieng here. Right, next up, this is a bit of league news. The Championship have updated the substitutions from 5 on the bench to 9 named players on the bench. So this could see us bringing in a lot of academy players to fill up them spots on the bench. Obviously, last season they introduced the 5 subs, and now we are... we're allowed to use 9 from... we're allowed to use 5 from the 9 named. As that is that. This is a big one. This is one that will most likely actually happen. A lot of reports coming out, a lot of strong reports coming out that this deal will happen before, probably before the season starts up again. Hull City are reportedly to make a move for former Wolves and Everton left-back Ruben Vinagre. That's definitely not how you pronounce his surname. I really should be looking into that. I apologise for butchering that, but that does seem like a really, really good deal for Hull City, and also one that will look like it will happen. City are considering bringing in midfielder Urieli Seli to their Turkish pre-season trip. He has not made an appearance yet in the Turkish camp, so I presume that fell through, or his commitments over at his club that he's on loan at were a bit different. So we'll see if he makes an appearance for any of the other 2 games that we have on this trip. But the Galatasaray game tonight doesn't look like he'll be featuring in any part. He's still getting them international points up. I think another year, maybe a year and a half before he can actually come to England. So then more strong reports coming out for Ruben. And then this is our first signing, a loan player, Liam Delap. Now, this one's got a bit of swings and roundabouts. It's a good player. Manchester City fans I saw commenting, saying he's the next coming of Aguero. Maybe not after last season. I think he scored 4 goals whilst on loan at Preston and Stoke. That was 4 goals combined with both clubs. So maybe not, but working in this Hull City system, maybe working with Liam Rosinia, who has sort of a similar play style to Pep Guardiola, which he'll be used to at Manchester City. This could be a good deal for both us and for Liam Delap's sake. Obviously, the son of the famous Delap with a long throw-in. Yes, right. Moving on. More goalkeeper news. We're apparently interested in signing North Ireland international goalkeeper Bailey Peacock Farrell. I believe that he is Burnley's backup goalkeeper. Swansea City are also set to try and make this deal for them. So we'll see what comes through from that, because I believe that Burnley may be looking at another goalkeeper, maybe another backup one. These are just some basic transfer updates. This is quite recent news, so pretty much all of these will be up to date. We're in talks with a Premier League club over the signing of a winger. Not expected to be a done deal until later in the into the window. Ooh. I apologise. There's a spider just crawling onto me. Oh, I apologise for that. Ooh, spider. Yes, so we're in talks with the Premier League club over the signing of a winger. This is not expected to be a done deal until later in the window. And then also, as I've mentioned, Ruben, this deal is currently in balance. Next up, we're nearly at the end, I promise. We're apparently reported to finalise the Ruben Vinagre. I really need to look at how to mention his name. This deal probably come towards the end of next week being done. Apparently, he's meant to be ready for when the Hull City squad return next Friday into the UK. Hull Live are reporting that the deal was in balance with obstacles to overcome regarding the transfer. So we'll see if those obstacles are be able to overcome. I believe he's currently at Sporting. That's a club that he's currently signed to. So we'll see whether that is going to happen. A medical will apparently happen on Thursday for that deal. So that is lovely. That's us through the transfer and other bits of news. Obviously, we have had a kit release since I last saw you. I will be doing a video on that tomorrow, as I will be going to grab the kit tomorrow, and I can show you in a bit more detail rather than looking at the pictures online. All I can say is it's definitely a Hull City kit. There's been some positives and negatives from people that I've seen online, so I'll give you my honest opinions tomorrow when I pick the kit up in real life. I was going to say IRL, but why not just say the entire thing? So now it's over to our prediction for the Galatasaray game tonight, because obviously it's a tricky game to predict, being against a team that's just won the league against Galatasaray, and also it being a game that you don't really see that often. It's hard to match up the two sides, being completely different leagues, two completely different play styles. But then also it being within the transfer window, and also this sort of era of, we've brought over quite a few of the academy lads to come and try out in pre-season matches, as we did last season. There's a lot of players that are coming back from injuries that we haven't seen in quite a while. I mean, Von Kovic will be coming back, and we haven't seen him since pretty much the first 6 games of the last season. So I'm going to have a little look at the form of both sides heading into this. Obviously, this doesn't mean too much, as Hull City, we haven't played professionally as a club in a month or two, and I'm not sure when Galatasaray's last match was, but they're currently 6 games unbeaten. They haven't lost the last 6 games. The last 5 matches coming out as wins. The highest of them could be coming a 4-1 win, a couple of 3-0s, a couple of 2-0s there. Us, meanwhile, we have got 3 draws, 1 win, 1 loss. Those draws coming against Luton, Swansea, Blackburn. 3 all-right sides at the end of that season. Obviously, Luton Town, they are now a Premier League club. The 1 win coming against Watford, that 1-0 win at home, and then that 3-1 loss against Middlesbrough away, which we do not like to bring up once again. So as I did mention, Galatasaray, they did win the league last season, beating Fenerbahce by 8 points. Obviously, Fenerbahce, another close link with Hull City, so it's going to be a bit of a shaky match. This, I presume that it'll be a nice match. Similar to the match that we had last season against Fenerbahce, where it was just a nice match, just seeing both clubs come together through the power of Acun Ilıcalı and our Turkish support from both sides of both countries. So prediction time. I do think that it will be a 1-1 draw. I presume that both sides will come into this game looking to test out players rather than to test the opposition. Is the case with especially the first games of pre-season friendlies. It is one that will be there to test out some of the young talent for Hull City, also test out some of the players that have been out on injury, and I presume it'll be a similar fact for Galatasaray. So a 1-1 draw, I'm presuming. Benjamin Tete, I think, will grab the only goal for Hull City, as Liam Rosina has sang his praises in pre-season, saying that he will be a massive part of the Hull City squad coming into next season and throughout the season, that is, if he can remain injury-free. I do think that Icardi will grab the goal for Galatasaray, making it a 1-1 draw. Everyone's happy on the night, and we head over to our next game in the Corridon Summer Tour, I believe we're calling this one, before we return back to East Yorkshire, ready for a few pre-season friendlies against local Yorkshire sides. So that's my prediction. Let me know down in the comments what your prediction is, along with any other bits of news and information you would like to see me cover on the channel as we batter our way through pre-season. Obviously, I will have a reaction to the game, some highs and lows from it, and also my kit reaction out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, but I will see you there. Goodbye.